we're told a table below shows the length of time it took the students to get through security at the airport. We're told that 5 to 10 means 5 minutes or more, but less than 10 minutes. So for example, the 5 to 10 bracket here includes 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, but not 10 minutes. 10 minutes is included in the next column. So with this information, we have to draw a histogram to represent the data, labeling each axis clearly. So if we're drawing a histogram from a frequency table like this, what we are going to be doing is always putting the frequency along the y-axis. So here we're going to have the number of students. And on the x-axis, we have time in minutes. Okay, so what can we see? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different options, which means we need to carve out 6 different areas. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and they have to be joined onto each other with no gaps. So we'll write in all the different options. So we have the 0 to 5, we have the 5 to 10, we have the 10 to 15 minutes, we have 15 to 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes, and finally 25 to 30 minutes. So the frequency for 0 to 5 was 4. So what we'll have to do first of all, going along the y-axis, is draw up. We'll go up in, we can go up in ones. There looks like there's room because the highest amount is 11. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we can mark in every 5. So we've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that'll give us a good guide. So number of students for 0 to 5 is going to be 4. So we know that's going to be 1 down from 5. We draw a line across and down to where we marked. Next, between 5 and 10, we have 8. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, which is going to be here. And we're going to draw that line here. So 5, 6, 7, 5 was here, 6, 7, 8. So we're just making sure we're right. We draw our line 3 across and we go down and we meet the line that we drew and connect it on to the previous one we drew on 0 to 5. Between 10 and 15 minutes, we have 11 students. So we've marked that out already. That was up here. We draw 3 across and we go down to meet what we drew. Then we have 6 for 15 to 20. So we have 5 here. So that means 6 is going to be here. And we go down. Then we have 0 for 20 to 25. So we don't draw in anything. And we've 1 for 25 to 30. So we just have 1 here. Okay, so that is our histogram drawn in. Just to note that these lines that we drew down the bottom, you can rub them out at the end, so they don't need to be coming down that far. That was just to show where we had to aim for. So that is our histogram drawn there. So the main thing you need to remember is to label the axes and to have each bar connected onto the next. If there's a gap between them, then it is a bar chart. So histogram is when each one is stuck together. So we're told here the table below shows the amount of money that the 30 students spent at the airport. So we have a total of 30 students and we're given the amount they spent, again in a frequency table. Again, 5 to 10 meaning €5 or more but less than 10. So 5, 6, 7, 8 or €9. We have to use mid-interval values to estimate the mean of the amount of money spent, giving our answer correct to the nearest cent. Okay, so what we have to do with mid-interval values is with our intervals that we have given, so these are intervals here, they're between different amounts, we have to find the halfway point between the numbers. So halfway between 0 and 5 is going to be 2.5. Halfway between 5 and 10 is going to be 7.5. Halfway between 10 and 20 is 15. Halfway between 20 and 30 is 25. Then here we're going to have 40 is halfway between 30 and 50. We have 75 is halfway between 50 and 100. And then here, 100 and 150, the halfway point here is 125. So now that we've the halfway points for each interval, we multiply it by the frequency, so the number of students. So we'll have 2.5 by 5 plus, we'll have 7.5 by 4. We'll have 15 by 7. We have 25 by 8. We have 40 by 3. We have 75 by 1, so just 75, plus 125 by 2. And then we add them all up and we divide by our total number of students. So we're told there's 30 students in total. So what we do is we start multiplying those out. So we've brackets open, 2.5 by 5, close brackets, plus 7.5 by 4, again, that in brackets. We add on 15 by 7, then we have 25 by 8, we have 40 by 3, we have plus 75 because it's just 75 by 1, and then finally plus 125 by 2. When we total that up, we will get 792.5, and that's going to be divided by 30. So if we divide 792.5 by 30, we get 26.4167. So we need it to the nearest cent. So to the nearest cent, what will we have? So to the nearest cent then, what we are going to have is what we're normally used to seeing with currency. So there's 2 items of euro, so 26, and then we'll have the 2 items of cent. So to round this up to 2 decimal places, that's what it means for cent, we'll have to round up the 0.41 to 0.42 because the 6 will round it up. And in euro, we'll have 26.42 euro.